following is a production of Dirty Mo Media. Hey everybody, it's Dale Jr. back again for another episode of the Dale Jr. Download, and it's Tuesday. It's time for some dirty air. And TJ, my co-host, is here. Got some glasses sitting there, TJ. What's up with those?
I like sunny out, man.
Are they high dollar?
No, not really high dollar.
Oh yeah?
Local guy.
Yeah. All right. They look like some Louis Vuitton or some.
They're Johnny Fies, same thing. They're Johnny Fies, man.
Man, I was on my internet the other day and I saw this.
Oh boy.
You know, my algorithm fed me a video of a guy that was snorkeling. This lady dropped her Louis Vuitton sunglasses at a pier, and the pier, there's a lot of big houseboats, like, 80 to 100-foot houseboats on this pier. So it's, I don't know where it is, but it's 45 foot to the bottom where she dropped these glasses. Dude, snorkeling, he's in full gear. She must have paid him to come out there to get these glasses.
I'm sure.
He gets in the water. He's got this rope straight to the bottom, and he goes straight down to the bottom and finds these glasses in like less than a minute. Like it's literally right where she dropped them.
Yeah.
Right. And he snorkels right back up to the top, hands them to the lady. She's happy as can be. Those must be expensive.
If you're paying somebody to snorkel down and go get them,
yeah.
you're
Wonder
paying.
what those glasses cost. Does anybody have a clue how much those might cost? Louis Vuitton. Am I even saying it right?
Yeah, probably maybe.
Yeah. What is that?
Oh yeah, they're diving to go get them. $600.
No,
600.
No, because the diver's going to cost like that.
Surely, yeah. The dive itself.
I would do women's because women's are probably going to cost more.
I wonder what the dive cost. All right, so the glasses. Let's say the glasses were anywhere from $700 to $1,000. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good estimate.
Yeah, $600 to $900. So,
oh my god,
it looked like I don't know. I'm not gonna say. So let's say they were $750. So, I wonder what retrieving. Yeah.
Wait, go back a page here, Travis, real quick, and look at the bottom middle.
$500 for retrieving.
3,400.
For what? What the you talking about?
Those glasses right there.
All right. That
Maybe
ain't them. This was more the ones to the left. That $750 pair.
Gotcha.
To the right.
You
sorry,
can.
to
So
the right.
you could.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I bet it was $500 to get them. So if it's an item that's worth $750, is paying less than what the item is worth justifying in your mind maybe that it's worth it to go get them? Hey, it's only going to cost me $500 to hire somebody to get them. They're $750 glasses.
I bet it was only like
dude.
$100 to go get them.
I would do it.
Dude, he was in full gear and he went 45 foot down. That's like that's risky.
Yeah, but he's making content for himself to put on the
Hey,
internet and stuff.
He did have some content.
And
He did create some content.
there's a lot of people that dive down and find things in marinas and things like that.
Yeah. Well,
So, hey, good for him.
yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah, your algorithm sounds exciting.
Yeah, my algorithm's pretty good. I'll be honest.
Wonder what else you have searched to create that algorithm.
Yeah. So Amy's been sick, and she's had a cold or something, and I've had a cold. And when we get sick, we divide and conquer. Like she's gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep in the Elvis room when I'm sick. She sleeps down there when she's sick. And then Junebug's had some problems too, and so I've been sleeping by myself up in the master for the last couple week or so. And man, it is like old times. When I was alone living as a bachelor, I would go to sleep to the military channel. And they, because they talk in monotone.
Yeah, they do.
1944. And
So
France.
just put you to sleep.
Yeah. The front lines of France. They talk in monotone, and it's like, oh man, this puts me right to sleep. Just makes it go. And I'm thinking, hey, if it's true that you kind of absorb things while you're asleep, man, I'm kind of learning. I'm getting smarter, right? If I'm learning about history while I'm sleeping, I don't wake up and remember this stuff, but maybe somewhere trapped in there, it's in there.
Trivia night, you'll recall it.
Something will jar it loose one day, 10 years down the road, and I'll go, oh, I know what happened that day.
Journal pad.
Yeah.
I don't know if this
Oh
is
yeah,
true.
that's how it works.
I don't
They
think
do
how it
say,
works.
like, if you do
TJ.
it right before you go
What?
to bed, you
TJ,
like.
you're a guy. You're supposed to believe this.
I,
It's almost mandatory for a man to think this way.
okay.
Support
yeah,
Dale.
sounds great. You know, I fall asleep to
Yeah.
math equations and
So I've been listening to on my YouTube. I've been listening to. There's literally a channel that makes like 1.5 hour long videos of facts. It'll be like World War I, World War II, whatever. Pretty much, I guess, any war you want, and it's just facts of that particular war. And I'll be honest, I'm asleep in 2 minutes. Like, I've really heard none of this, but it says it's World War II facts to sleep to or to go to sleep to. Not facts that will shock you, or it's not like, yeah, there it is. 24 hours of World War I facts to fall asleep to. That is it.
the fact that you,
Isn't that awesome?
I can't even believe you know this channel.
It's my algorithm. I didn't find it. I didn't search it.
But now
My
there's going to be
algorithm
more.
knows, man. It's like, hey, Dale, we know exactly what you want to fall asleep to. This is perfect.
So if you just search for facts to fall asleep to,
I don't
wonder
search
what,
anything.
I know, but I'm saying I wonder what a popular one is
Oh.
other than war ones.
Yeah.
Like search for
My
facts
algorithm
to fall asleep to.
sent me this. And I'm like, oh, perfect. It must know that I'm in the master bed alone tonight.
So it knows, yeah, here's some war facts
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Travis, search facts to fall asleep to. Just see what comes
Just
up.
facts to fall
Just-
asleep
yeah,
to?
see
Any
what
type
the-
of facts?
Sure.
Regular facts?
Yeah, I mean, life.
Okay. 3 hours
Oh, you
of
have it.
World War
Look,
II
man.
facts to fall asleep to.
There's a dream mix.
Four
look at
more
the dream
hours
mix.
of incredible
Oh my
space and science.
gosh.
Wow.
That is even better.
See, you're welcome.
Space and science
welcome.
facts to fall asleep to. Dude. Oh, man.
Beyond Earth. That
Yeah,
sounds
5
lovely.
hours of incredible
He's
facts
gonna-
to fall asleep
He's going
to
to tell us aliens
our
exist
universe.
next week.
Is this not like what you want to do tonight? Is
No.
this not? Dude, this is me. This is me. This
Do you
is
want to go
all-
home and go to sleep right now? I mean,
I'm all about this. I am definitely going to.
2 hours of Nintendo facts.
The unfortunate part is, I think tonight everybody's going to be sleeping in the beds together. So
good news.
I'm not
Amy.
sure Amy's going to.
She's going to learn about space tonight. She
Yeah.
doesn't even know it.
Because when me and Amy started living together, she's like, "Hey, can we turn TV off?" I'm like, "No, we don't do that."
Yeah, I was going to ask how that went.
And so for the first little while, we listened to the military channel. And she's like, "Man, I can't do this with the bombs and everything. I can't do it."
I mean, I agree with her on this one. You wake up and Pearl Harbor's going on.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. So, hey, I could deal with it.
Ancient history facts.
I could
Perfect.
deal with it. But, man,
ooh, you want some Pokemon facts?
I'm just now learning about all of the great videos of facts to fall asleep to. I thought it was just war, but now it's space and science. I wish I would have known this. But next time that someone in the house is ill and then distancing themselves so that, because what happens is like Amy will get sick or I'll get sick, and it's like, hey, man, one of us got to stay okay so
Yeah.
we can do things with the kids.
I've got an idea. Let's do a NASCAR video.
Well,
3 hours of NASCAR
Well,
facts
you know-
to fall asleep to.
there's no days off. We got dance. Fortunately, they both go on the same day. We got gymnastics. And now, heads up, I was going to get into cheering.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm thinking, man, when do we get to the point to where something has to fall away? Like, when do we get,
It'll come.
when do we get to where you have to go, all right, we're going to do this, but you have to lose something else?
But
Yeah.
those all kind of work together. So
I
you're
know,
not gonna,
but
you're not
now-
going to lose them.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to
Yeah.
schedule over each other, and you're going to have to pick.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
what happens. And they're going to decide might go to gymnastics and realize they don't like it, and they're going to be like, yeah, I don't want to do
Right
that
now, I
anymore.
think gymnastics is the most popular.
Yeah.
Cheer will probably get up there. Cheer's going to take some getting used to because she'll have to do stuff in front of people, which she doesn't really understand yet.
Dance gets really serious after a
Her-
certain age.
Dancing is actually slipping down
Yeah.
the line.
It becomes a full-time job
Yeah.
at some point, and it's really
Well,
difficult.
I'm enjoying them being involved in some organized activities, but I want some sports. Can we like a sport?
Listen, you're moving that way.
Can we get into soccer or something?
Maybe we should take him over to Mazeppa.
Some competition.
Yeah. So Stella actually told me she wants to play soccer now.
Hell yes.
So
encourage.
Maybe she can get Isla.
Encourage this. You need some competition.
That's
in
your job, TJ.
All right. I mean, we'll just take him.
It could bleed over into my household.
Well, we have taken him over to Mazeppa before. Remember the soccer
I'm just
fields?
saying. Yes, we did. But if she sees her out competing, maybe I take her to a game. Because I've asked Isla, I'm like, man, you want to do a little soccer? They're getting the team together. She, no, I don't want to do that. It's crazy. What are you thinking? I'm like, oh.
Soccer?
Yeah.
Scary.
She's like, I ain't doing soccer. But me and her, we'll get out in the yard. She'll kick it around.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we got Ryan Blaney coming into the studio, dude. He's the winner. He's going to call in, but he texted me this morning and asked if he could come in here in person because he needs an autograph.
He's excited.
Well. Yep. He's got a family member that needs something from Dirty Mo Media or Junior Motorsports. So he's coming on by. And I might give him some free jerky.
Perfect guy to give it to.
Yeah. Jerky Boys
Yeah.
is back in stock.
That's better than getting a lobster.
Man,
Same day delivery if you order by a certain time.
We are rocking and rolling with this jerky, and all the people that try it, we have over a 50% rate of return customers. When we have a new customer, more than 50% of the people become regulars.
Subscription?
That is ridiculous. That return rate is ridiculous.
How's your subscription going?
But it's not surprising because it's the best jerky in the whole world. How's my
subscription going? You
going
still subscribing?
Good. Yeah, I'll get my shipment when it's due. I am the best customer. So I asked our team. I asked Christian, who is the original owner. I said, "Hey, bud, who's our best customer?" And he goes, let's say it's Bob from Tennessee. I'm like, well, match my order to his. Whatever he's doing, I want to do that order. So I think I get like 6 or 8 bags a month. But
jerky's just so good.
Yeah. Let's talk about Ty Gibbs and Denny. Some fan on Twitter this morning I saw posted basically a poll. You're on Denny's side, you're on Ty's side, or you're indifferent.
Oh, boy.
And it was over 50% to Denny, 13 and 20 to the others. Something like that. So
which one will you vote for, Travis?
Of course. So listen, I think everybody understands what happened here. And I think, did Denny have to spin him out to send his message? Was it necessary for Denny to wreck him into the wall? Nah, probably not. But damn it. Got to look at Ty's history of,
similar instances.
Kind of being a little, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to choose here.
Not a good teammate?
Yeah, he's not been a great teammate at times. Has had some moments with, obviously, one of the more popularized ones would be Brandon Jones at Martinsville. But, I remember him having some run-ins with some other folks that were in the Gibbs Xfinity cars. And I have a hard time kind of trying to figure out Ty Gibbs, don't you?
Yeah, I don't. Like, why? Why would you do this?
Listen, I've been around Ty Gibbs before, and every time I'm around him, he's okay. He's cool.
Yeah, he's fine.
But I have a hard time understanding, like, what was his
motive?
What was his motive? So Denny is right in saying, look, man, you're not in the playoffs. We are. You're our teammate. Like, you'll totally let him go.
If he's better, sure.
Well, the thing that I think about is look, if I'm racing my teammate and he's in the playoffs and I'm not, like, I'm not even thinking about him in the car. I'm letting him go because all of his crew, his crew chief, the engineer, the team owner, all of the employees of the team, like the team manager, GM, everybody who's present is seeing this. And I'm totally going to make myself an by running him hard, even for a couple corners. All the people that are building these cars and making these cars every week are going to see you do that. The people that are at home, the people that work in the engine shop, all the people that are sitting on their couch that are employees of this operation that are sitting at home watching, they're going to go, what the hell is he thinking?
Yeah, especially in this
And
instance.
all of their friends are going to text them. You know, the engine guy that does the heads, he's sitting on his couch and he's like, God dang, Ty.
These people that are working
And
hard for
then-
their money, like
And then his buddy's texting him, what the hell's wrong with Ty? I don't know. God dang, I'm mad too. You know, and it's just like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're.
I don't get it. I
don't
don't
either.
know what his motive is. Like, I can understand maybe he's not a huge fan of Denny. Maybe him and Denny don't have much of a relationship. I don't know. Maybe they have a great relationship, but it doesn't seem like it, right? If you're,
But he also did it with Christopher. He was racing Bellhart too, though.
I know, maybe you don't have a good relationship with any of them.
Could be.
Or, you know, I don't
Yeah.
know.
At the end of the day, though, don't you look at the big picture and be like, "Hey, at the end of these are my teammates."
Of course.
And
Listen, that's why this feels so silly. Talking about the common sense approach to this, it's absolutely obvious, like what Ty should have been thinking or doing, but he didn't.
the only way that I could probably justify that,
I can't figure it out. You
I can
can't
only-
justify it.
Well, I was gonna say if Ty had like the best car most of the day and he slipped up a little bit and he was, he had the car to beat and he thought he could win, but where they're running here, I don't see how you don't let him go.
You have to. You have to.
What do you make of Denny saying? Is anybody? Are they all scared to talk to him?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Denny's very good at pushing buttons. Denny is very good. This is not Denny's mashing a button right there.
Yeah, he's actually.
You know how
being
Denny gets
smart
out of the
about
car and says something to the crowd? That's what Denny's doing. Denny's like, hey, is anybody going to tell this kid?
I don't think it was just a mash of the button though. I think that was a calculated. Like he doesn't just. Open up.
That's what he's
That's
saying.
What I'm
Okay,
saying.
sorry. I thought you were just saying like he's just mad, just saying stuff.
No, he's
Okay.
just like he's prodding,
Yeah.
he's poking.
Yeah, no, this
Denny
isn't
is
just
very calculative.
Yeah, this isn't an off the wall, smart ass, not
Yeah,
thought
yeah, I
through
agree.
comment. Like,
Denny is prodding the head, the big heads at Gibbs.
Yeah.
To do something.
He's saying
about
it. He sent it to Gabe Hart.
It's a
He's
little
sending
message.
it to, yeah.
because he also said already that Coach Gibbs got on there. What did Coach Gibbs say? He's going to let the drivers figure it out.
Yeah.
Like that's Denny not happy with that.
Well, and Denny said, I asked him what his response to Coach
Joe?
Gibbs saying that, and he goes, "Well, I think Ty and I are going to have different opinions, and that's where you now need leadership to come in, and whatever they set as the rule, that's what I'll follow."
Yeah, I'll say this: Ty Gibbs did a good job post crash of keeping his opinions to himself. That could made things a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
Denny as well. In all of in everything I've seen, Denny's been very diplomatic about it. This is not great. Not a good look and a tough little scenario for Joe Gibbs Racing to have to navigate. They looked like coming out of the last couple of weeks to have all the momentum, right?
They won 3 in a row.
They go, and so they go into this race or go forward in these playoffs looking like, the team with a real chance to take this title. You see Chris Gabehart in the meeting. That was a little clip on social media saying, I think the champion comes out of this room, talking about the drivers at Joe Gibbs Racing. And then you have this happen, right? And it's if you're leadership at Joe Gibbs Racing, you're like, guys, come on. Like we have all this momentum. Now we're the talk of the town for all the wrong reasons. That's frustrating if you're if you're Chris or somebody in a leadership role. And I would assume that they are gonna sit down with Ty and say, hey, this is avoidable and this wasn't your day to be doing this. If we're on race 10, fine. But this is the playoffs, and these are critical moments and critical positions. And to Denny's point, like it or not, your teammates should be the easier cars to pass on the racetrack.
Should be.
Absolutely. And it sucks to be out of the playoffs. It sucks to be a teammate out of the playoffs when you have the other 3 in the playoffs. I've lived that. So, and you're out there running your ass off. You've had a hard year. You're not happy with how your years went. You're frustrated, and your teammates, now you're on the racetrack and you're having to basically lay over for these guys. And
but they've earned that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not defending.
No, I know.
I'm just saying that it's not a fun place to be, but you got to do it. You got to understand who all sees what's happening.
This is year 3 for Ty, right?
Yeah. I saw, I don't know, year 3? What?
I'm just saying
year
he's
3
too
of
far of him in the Cup Series. Like he's seasoned
enough.
But
I mean, yes, year 3 in the Cup Series, but what about the years in the Xfinity Series? Where's the?
He's got a lot of experience, in my opinion.
Like you're not a rookie.
No, yes. Where is the processing here? Right? Why aren't we processing like the obvious common sense thing to do in these situations?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like we're too far into it to be. This is just a rookie mistake.
Also,
like,
your last name's Gibbs. You should.
Oh, that's true.
Look at it differently.
I just feel so silly saying all these common sense things that this should have never happened. This is a big teaching moment for Ty, well beyond like next week and his racing career and all of that. Like how they managed this little hiccup. What happened on the racetrack? It sucks. He shouldn't have raced him like he did. He got wrecked by his teammate Denny. All that sucks. All right, you put it in the rearview mirror. You go into the meeting. You talk about it. Ty should, I think, stand up and say, "I f***ed up. Should have let y'all guys go. I don't know what I was thinking. That was foolish of me. Won't happen again. Going forward in these playoffs, you got my word. I'm going to be a good teammate." And because, to Steve Letart's point, this has long, overreaching sort of implications. Joe Gibbs Racing, right? It's got a long future in front of it. How they manage these little issues determine the reputation of that company, right? And the standing and credibility of that company and the integrity of the company, right? And I'm sure they're going to nail it. I'm sure they'll handle this perfectly and it'll be fine. This won't be a big stain on their reputation going forward. But people are watching. People are going to want to see how and if and when and how it's managed, right?
Wouldn't that have already happened after the Brandon Jones incident?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would think that situation already would have happened.
Well, Brandon's back there racing with him.
But, I'm just that.
I mean, they must have handled it.
Well, clearly they didn't handle it.
That's what I'm saying.
This
is the same type of.
Well, look, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously something that he needs to learn. I'm not, nobody's sitting here arguing that.
But I think this is where Denny's pushing them to
Yeah.
But the difference is now it's Denny speaking up and not Brandon Jones, with all due respect to Brandon.
Exactly. Good point. Look, I think Gabehart don't and I know he, when asked after the race, he was like, everybody ought to be worried about the Penske cars. We're sitting, hell with this little, dispute and he'll handle that behind closed doors this week. But, he's like, we ought to be worried about how the Penske cars ran today. They're untouchable. And this is basically Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which is
he's right.
Which is true. I mean, that's the bigger
Instead
story.
of talking about the next
story.
race,
yeah,
they are worried about this incident that happened on the track.
Yeah. They'll handle it. Handle it. Gabehart's in a different role now. He's not a crew chief. He's kind of more of a general manager. He's also been more hands-on as a crew chief in that role with Ty this year. So I think Gabehart has the ability, and he'll be one, if not the person that sort of sets the tone and puts his foot down and says, this is the expectation. So we should be able to, I would assume, see a change or see Ty Gibbs make different choices next time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is a big point in Ty's career? Because if he doesn't make a change right here, where does it go from here?
Yeah, I think he'll make the change.
Where
does he go from here? I mean, he's going to drive that car as long as he wants.
No matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Listen, I mean, it was a dumb thing, but it wasn't like career ending. Just raced his teammate hard. Denny wrecked him, said, hey, I'm going to send you a message. And there's a lot of fun going on in the social media and on our shows and stuff like this around it, but it's correctable. Hey, everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you're looking for one hell of a weekend packed with big-time racing, live music, great times, you need to get to Charlotte Motor Speedway October 3rd through the 5th for the Bank of America, Roval 400. It's a unique track for a playoff race, a test of both strategy and skill for the drivers and teams. And by the end of Sunday's race, 4 drivers are going to see their championship hopes end as they get knocked out of the playoffs. I'm sure it's going to be a wild one. The weekend kicks off Friday with the Craftsman Truck Series, and then Saturday you've got the Xfinity Series with the Blue Cross North Carolina 250. On Sunday before the green flag, country star Ernest is taking the stage for a live pre-race concert. You won't want to miss it. And then it's time to see which 12 Cup drivers will advance and who will be eliminated from the playoffs. Racing, music, camping, cold beer. It's how you got to do it every single race weekend, and it's right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Go to charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets now. So Ryan Blaney is in the studio. Ryan come by to get an autograph for a charitable initiative, so happy to do that. And thanks for being here in person, man.
Yeah, thanks for helping me out. I've had that replica helmet for a while.
Really?
And I've been meaning to get it signed from you, and my mother has been. She made sure I got it signed.
Got it handled.
Week. Yeah,
Great opportunity. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's right.
So coming off a win at New Hampshire, fun racetrack. I always kind of enjoyed racing there, and it's changed a little bit since the older cars. Like you couldn't touch a seam. And I know maybe it's probably still that way.
Yeah.
But you guys use a lot more racetrack now than we used to. Can you explain to me, because I've never driven the next gen at that racetrack. I've hardly got a lap or two in the next gen period anywhere. But why can you go all over the racetrack with that race car? Particularly like mainly like up the racetrack where the old sealer and shit's at.
Well, like, I think when in the old car, like when you were running, we would only get to that second lane.
Yeah.
Like I think if you were in the third lane, you missed the corner.
Big time.
So you were kind of limited to 2 lanes. And I think it started us running the third lane, like in maybe 20 or 21.
Yeah,
they put
roughly.
all that sticky stuff down in the third
right.
lane
Yeah,
the first lane to try to get wider. And they haven't put anything down in years, I don't think.
It's been a long time.
3 years or something, 4 years. But there's still a little bit left.
Really?
Like in that third lane. I can't tell you how we run the fourth lane, like out of the main groove. I have no idea. That started like 2 years ago, I think it was.
Eric Jones was running 1 lane off the wall in the middle of the corner, both ends.
It's wild.
Yeah. I remember, I forget who did it first, like 2 or 3 years ago. But you were like, holy it was like 0.3 faster.
Yeah.
And everyone just started bombing it off in there. And I didn't think it was as good this past weekend, that fourth lane.
Yeah, I don't think it was either.
Yeah.
It was a Band-Aid a little bit if you weren't turning good.
Yeah, you could like protect up there. You could just, but the fast guys weren't up there. But the seams are still really big. I feel like they've even gotten wider, but the tire's wider. So it kind of has correlated from the old car with the new car. The seams are getting wider, but the tire's wider too. You can still get in trouble if you get caught on them.
If you touch a seam, you don't like that.
Yeah, no, you definitely want to stay off of them. Kind of like a slower Fontana, like what Fontana used to be.
Yeah,
you can never get off of them.
You drive into one and you get to like the bottom. You barely touch that seam to the left front, like the third mark in or whatever. Like your arc into the corner is like you look perfect every time there, man. Like it goes into the corner, hits the left front on that, just starting to paint a little bit there, and goes up and then back down. Like I saw it in practice, I was like your times in practice were ridiculous to never run. I was like, yep, we're gonna be racing 12 this weekend. You looked really good.
Yeah, we were solid, man. It was it's fun when you have a weekend like that. You unload and you think you're in the ball game, like after practice, and have a good qualifying lap, and then just kind of contend all race and able to pull it off. Those are really fun weekends. We don't really get those weekends very often.
How much of there's 2 things at play. So how you think about how great y'all are at Phoenix as an organization. You look at New Hampshire as a track that could be somewhat, similar. And so if you do whatever you're doing at Phoenix that's working, should maybe work there as well at Loudon. But then also the 22 is able to do the tire test, and it is a little bit of a different tire. But how much of the test versus just being already good at that racetrack? What's the balance or the ratio there?
I thought the test was really helpful to us. Those guys went up there and had a great test, I guess. And you never know what you're going to end up with tire-wise, right? You're running through like 5 or 6 different compounds of tire up there, but they thought that they found something just overall in general that kind of worked with a lot of the compounds that they were doing, and luckily it was able to apply. So those tracks have kind of always been a strength of ours, but I think having that tire test was beneficial. I think that tire is better for us, like something that has more fall off. I feel like our cars always run a little bit better because we can manage our stuff a little bit more. So yeah, just you got to take advantage of tests, and that 22 team did a great job of doing that because you don't get many of them anymore.
Definitely hurt Bell this weekend because he was like, I think everybody kind of had him picked as the favorite, right?
Yeah. I think that the test was Logano, Bell, and Chastain.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Gibbs guys weren't as good as I thought they were going to be.
Same.
They've always been great there for a long, long time. And whether it was a new tire or what, they seem to struggle a little bit more than they normally do at that place.
There was another tire that they tested, right, that was like 40, 50 laps.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 seconds of fall off in like 50 laps. And I think they were nervous to bring that to like a playoff race or something.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
You got some fall off. I thought it was better than years past with this tire. You could piss it off like if you were aggressive to it.
One of the things that I like that I see, the race at New Hampshire is only going to get so good because it's a flat racetrack and it's there are some different grooves, but that race is always going to kind of have a certain personality to it, and it really reminded me of what I would see in the early 2000s. So I think it raced really well. But one of the things that I loved was I can see the cars move around. I can see, like we saw Josh get loose into 3 that one time late in the race charging. I can see you guys like slipping the right rear off the corner. That doesn't happen. Like you can't see it to the naked eye when the tire's not soft. Like as you start to get, as Goodyear goes softer on the tire, we start to see more moments, right? And you guys kind of driving through those moments as you might, see on a bias ply or something like that.
Yeah, and that's what you want, right? The tire softer, you have more movement. You can slide it as opposed to a brick, like that's just twitchy and stuff. Or if you have a moment.
Is it easier to save?
Yeah, when they're softer, they're easier to save, which is kind of weird, right? The tires fall off more, but they are easier to save. You can just slide them more, and you can control that slide as opposed to like
it's interesting,
twitchy, and now you're gone.
It snaps with the hard stuff.
Yeah,
like it snaps and you're gone.
Yeah, that stuff's no good.
Yeah. So you you had a good race with Barry at the end. Josh's team stayed out on that last yellow. A lot of, most everybody else besides, I think, Chase Elliott came down and got tires of some sort. You were able to get around Josh quickly on the early laps of the next restart to be able to get yourself up front. I was surprised that Josh was able to put the laps together to be able to make a amount of charge. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to drive away.
I did too. Yeah. Kind of how that you got loose. Like, why does the balance of the car kind of take off like that?
Yeah. I got by him quick, and then I kind of stretched it a little bit to like 0.8 or something, and I started kind of riding because there was like 35 laps to go, and he started charging a little bit. I was like, all right, let's pick up the pace a little bit. And I didn't really have much to pick up. I was getting really free, and I was like, like this is gonna be really tough. And then it was straight into like, I need to change lanes. Like I need to find something else because what I'm doing and what I've been doing all day isn't working. So I got to go searching. But yeah, that was the first time we did 2 all day. So I think it might've just the balance of it just kind of went away a little bit more from what we expected. That'd be the only thing in my mind. That's kind of the loosest I've been all day, or the track cooled off or something. Maybe it went free.
It cooled off about 10 degrees from the beginning.
So I could see either one of them.
Maybe you can explain this as well. It's a fun conversation in the sport, how Joey Logano, right, will have a relatively quiet regular season, pop off some wins, but for the most part, a lot of times kind of just disappears some races, doesn't make a ton of noise. But, man, when the playoffs come, y'all get better as an organization, but there is something about, do they get to choose this tire test? How, like they are so smart at knowing everything to do outside of the car to sort of put themselves in the best position to connect the dots that need to be connected. There's a method to where you need to run your best in the playoffs and where you can take advantage as an organization of certain particular tracks, right?
Yeah.
Are you as like kind of impressed by what Joey can do, what his team can do, as the rest of us, or are you see it inside and internally, and it's not a big surprise to you?
It's not a big surprise to me anymore.
Yeah.
I've been teammates with Joey for long enough to where I know and how good he is and how kind of methodical that he goes about things. I know how great Paul Wolf is of how he goes about things and how they kind of pick and choose, like, hey, yeah, we're going to go do this tire test. You know, and they got first pick of tire tests, right? It kind of goes in our organization, we go by kind of previous year points, right? Like, so he gets first pick, I got second, then Joey, or then Austin. So yeah, they knew Loudon was going to be in the playoffs. Hey, let's do this. And they were really able to take advantage of it. I chose Charlotte because I thought, you know, mile and a half and stuff like no, the oval. Oh. This was early. This was before the 600. So this was like, you know, April or something like that.
Just to get some mile and a half stuff.
Yeah. Just to test and stuff like that. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I know those guys are going to be, even if they don't have the year that people think is impressive through the regular season, you know, they're going to just get better and better. They're going to find ways to be better, whether that's thinking outside the box, maybe more from what you're comfortable with from a crew chief or driver side, driving differently, taking different chances. Like, they're just going to figure it out. And it's pretty impressive how good those two people of Paul and Joey are together, and just how they kind of playing on things and stuff. It's damn impressive.
It is. It's frustrating as a person in my role, because we try to predict, or we try to guess, or we try to think we know what's going to happen, or who's going to advance, and who's and who the favorite might be, and he spoils all of our ideas.
Well, not anymore. We're having to put him in there now.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
it blows my mind, honestly, of people who, like, the outside world that doubts that duo of, like, no, just write them off. Like, no, they're going to be there, and they're going to be really, really good. It's just that's a very talented team, you know, and it starts with those two guys for sure.
In your organization, y'all have went into the finals and raced each other in the finals at Phoenix, nose to tail. And so, how far into this process does the working together continue? Yeah. At what point, maybe it's already. Maybe, you already have that confidence, and you're kind of looking across the table at the comp meeting going, it's you and me, bud.
I guess I'll put it into perspective for you of, like, I think our team, all the Team Penske and the Wood Brothers, we work better than anybody else together. Like any other team, I feel like our communication line from the drivers, engineers, crew chiefs is 10 times better than everybody else. And I can just speak on that just because I got buddies in other teams, and we kind of compare it, and it's like, well, I feel like we do a little bit more. But a great example is Joey and I raced for the championship last year at Phoenix. Same comp meetings, same discussions. How are we both going to be better? Like, nothing changed. That's your competition, but we're trying to figure out, how do we run 1-2 in this deal? Roger doesn't care who runs first or second. He just wants to run first and second. And that's just how it's always been. And I think that's the expectation that Roger's always put on us, is if we have one car or two car or three cars in this deal, like, we're going to try our best to all finish 1, 2, 3 or something like that. Yeah. And that's just the way it operates over there. And that all comes from Roger. And I'd say the racing around each other, there's no team orders ever. The only thing that Roger has ever said is just don't wreck each other, like trying to win the race, that. Right? Yeah. Like, don't be foolish and be running 1-2 and wreck each other out of first and second. Yeah. He has an expectation. Race as hard as you want. Yeah. Like, have at it. I don't care who runs first or second, but please just do not wreck each other doing it, because then we look like a bunch of fools.
You talk about not wrecking teammates. We saw just that very thing happen this past weekend with Denny and Ty. And I think everybody understands the common sense approach to this. But it's still fascinating, I think, to see it play out in front of everybody on such a big stage.
Yeah. I wonder what that meeting was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine it might be happening right this minute for all we know, but that's a tough situation, I think, to try to help Ty understand, what would have been the better choice to make in that situation.
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, I feel like, the guys who are not, just in general, the guys who are not part of the playoffs, I feel like they genuinely will be more respectful to guys that are in it in certain situations. Some situations, race hard. I get it. Like we're coming down to a finish or something like that. Like, yeah, I fully expect to get raced hard. When it's your teammate and he's not in it and you guys are in it, that's a little bit different to me.
Should be even easier.
It should be way easier. But I mean, I don't know what all is going on there. I don't know the relationship with that. And, why Ty decided to run him super hard like he did. He and Bell, Hamlin and Bell. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would happen in our camp.
Do you think it hurts? Do you think it hurts like that they don't have, obviously it doesn't look like they have very close relationships, as drivers. Do you think that could be part of it?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, maybe they don't see eye to eye. You think you've seen that, and I don't know if it was ever that way at like DEI or Hendrick or anything like that with y'all. Like if you go through these little stretches of like teammates not really agreeing with each other or not being on the best of terms, and maybe that's something that's going on there. I'd say it's easy to get in that way in a teammate situation. Like, hey, maybe there's some things that have festered over time, and they linger, and you remember that stuff. And I've had it before within the team. And you just get past it and figure out how to go forward.
You just reminded me, I think, of Charlotte 2006
Michael?
6 or 7. Yeah, I wrecked Michael down the front straightaway.
Oh,
and about 6 or 8 other cars.
Yeah. So what did you do that for?
Yeah.
The teams were ready to fight.
We were all in a tough. We were having a tough spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were having a tough time at DEI around that time.
It seems similar. This seems very similar.
It was. So we had swapped teams, and me and the Uris were frustrated with each other. And honestly, what was going on was, I think at that time I realized that we had made a massive mistake splitting up, and I wanted them back, and I was mad that they weren't so much sharing that same opinion, and they were helping Michael, and he was running good.
So you wrecked their car?
And I'm like, I didn't come down the straightaway going, I'm going to wreck the out of him. We had been racing hard for a couple laps, and I think I was a little faster, and I had to run off the top and just got in the back bumper, and I didn't think it'd spin him out, but it did.
You dennied him.
Yeah.
I just kind of spun him down the straightaway. I thought, I don't know what, it was dumb, but yeah.
Well, those cars back then, like you couldn't
bump
bump like
like
these. They
these.
just lifts them off the ground.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid. But so I'm guilty of it. But
confessional here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, this probably doesn't happen if they have a better relationship, and it doesn't have to be friendship. It just more respect, right? And there must be some disconnect there amongst the drivers, and I mean, Denny's busy. Denny's off doing Denny's driving race cars, owning cars. Denny's everywhere all the time, right? And so he's not going to be a guy you're going to see if you're his teammate. You're only going to really see him in those comp meetings, maybe crossing paths at the race shop, and those are the rare opportunities where you got to have, you got to try to create a connection and some respect, right? And
maybe you can take Ty fishing.
There you go. Yeah, I saw Denny's a big fisher.
Yeah.
Take Ty.
Huge fisher now.
You should take him fishing, man.
That way he can't run or leave. He's stuck on the boat. You'll have to listen to everything you say.
Because of the implication.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, we got some breaking news. Randall Burnett, who's the crew chief for Kyle Busch, is going to Trackhouse next year to crew chief for Connor Zilic in 2026. Oh, wow. That was kind of a rumor going around the garage, but that's now official on social media. And I guess Kyle Busch will be in search of a new crew chief next year. Be interesting to see how that plays out. You're going to Kansas, which was a good track for y'all. I think you kind of like Kansas.
Yeah, we ran third in the spring.
You've had a couple solid top 5.
Yeah, we've gotten better at that place. I'd say the first year of the next gen, we struggled.
That place looks like the funnest racetrack.
I mean, awesome.
Sort of similar to Homestead.
Yeah, just way faster.
Yeah.
Right, like way more
man.
on throttle time. I hate qualifying at Kansas.
It's sketchy.
I've gotten to the age now of, you're younger. You're like, oh yeah, hammered down. Like, no worries. I've got the age like if it's hammered down almost wide open around 1.5 miles against the fence, I'm like, oh, gotta do this. Like I just don't have the stones for it anymore. But but it is a fun racetrack, and it's gotten slick enough to where the pace slows down dramatically in the race, and it actually starts coming off the wall to where you could run middle. Hell, I was wrapping paint in 3 and 4. I think it was last year in this race.
Yeah.
And it was really good. So it's gotten more lane options than when it was just glued to the fence for a while.
Looks like a warm race too.
Yeah. Like 80s.
Yeah, it's like 80 degrees, which would be.
Yeah. No, it's one of the tracks that I kind of look forward to when either the Xfinity or the Cup Series goes.
Yeah. What's your all schedule like? What's the Xfinity schedule to the end of the year?
Well,
Kansas, Roval.
Yeah.
They got pretty much everything, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're
hammer down rest of the year
from here on out.
Trucks are off 1 or 2. They got 4 left, but
let's see. We go to
Kansas,
Charlotte, Vegas, Dega, Martinsville.
Oh, so it's all the races now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
There won't be any wrecking in the Xfinity Series at Martinsville, though. I mean, that won't.
Or Dega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're in the round of 12 right now.
We do, yeah.
Round of 12.
They're in there first, yeah.
That's one of the things that I've always drove me crazy is that we're different than
I know.
Cup. Because like when
It
Cup,
is weird, man.
So like as a broadcaster, dude, when I was doing both series, you'd have to think about it. You're like, one's in the playoffs and one's not started the playoffs yet. It's like weird.
And you don't even really know when they start with each other.
Trucks have made it to the round of 8 already.
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
So
the trucks are almost done.
Yeah, they got 4 races.
It's so weird.
But you guys have how many cars in it? 3?
Yeah.
3 cars
the 1,
in it.
the 7,
and the 88.
And the 88.
Yeah.
And the 8, but we're all 4 in there right now.
Oh,
yeah, all 4.
Yeah.
Okay, they just had a bad day.
Did
he blow up at Bristol?
We had a water leak early in the day, and they filled it up. Figured they got it all figured out and tightened up, but apparently during that process of when it will leak down, it must have cooked a head gasket or something when it was a little bit low in that practice, and that came to be a problem in the race.
Looking at that, how about Harrison Burton?
Yeah, Harrison has been.
That's a great rebound for him.
Yeah, man, that's
that team.
I'm good buddies with that. With Wade Moore, part of AM Racing, and obviously got to work with Harrison.
Oh, that's right, Wade.
Years.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
And I was happy when Harrison got that ride and gave him something to build off. Right, that's kind of a new team and building and made the playoffs.
Great. Yeah,
had a great race at Bristol. Like they've been doing a really really great job. That's pretty cool to see.
I agree. I always like that's something that's fun about our sport is when you see a guy that can take a team and make it better, or a team like that kind of make a big step. And it says a lot about Harrison because he's young. Maybe you wouldn't expect him to have the tools or the mentality or the ability to tool up a team, right, and make the team better. Just young guys like that, you just put them in the seat and they expect, they kind of wait for everything around them to come together, and they either run good or they don't. But Harrison's had to work really hard to try to make that work, and he has. I mean, they went farther than I think.
It's been great for Josh as well. Josh did the same thing. I think it's a good fit for both of them.
Oh, for Josh Berry.
Yeah, and John Wood. I mean, what was he gonna? When he got spun out, I was like, oh no. I thought it was like 4. What was it, before DNFs in a row?
I know it.
But
he has a way. He has a way of
he does
finding some challenges
he
during the
does,
day. Yeah.
Man, I felt so bad for those guys that first round.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
And they showed what they're capable of Sunday, right? I mean, they had one of the fastest cars and
drove through the field
to get back to second, contend for the win, and they needed that really bad.
Yeah.
After the brutal 3 weeks that they had to get knocked out. So.
I didn't have to do a wellness check with John Wood this week, so that was good.
John Wood is, everybody knows John runs the social media, or has ran the social media for years, and it's kind of a lot of fun.
Yeah,
following the Wood brothers' social media, but texting him during the race is the funniest thing in the world, because he thinks the damn sky is going to fall any minute, you know?
Yeah,
he does.
The way he words things is hilarious.
It could be leading by 10 seconds. And it's
it's
not
the end of the world.
They stayed out under that last, I was like in and out of watching the race, and they stayed out under that caution, and he sends a text to me. I didn't see it. I'm like, I'm looking at my rundown on my phone. I'm like, Josh is leading the race. They're on the caution. He's been running good all day. Everything's great. I get a text from John Wood. Fun while it lasted. I'm like, what? Did he just has he crashed? What happened? And I'm like, I turned on the TV, and he's like getting ready to restart the race. And I'm like, what the He's leading. Fun while it lasted.
Leading the race.
Yes. He thought, I guess he thought they were just going to go to the rear, right?
I don't know what you call that type of person.
Oh, he's so
pessimistic.
I think it's probably pessimistic.
I can relate.
Maybe.
Glass half empty all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it could be 3/4 full, but it's half empty.
No, he's
He said, I hate to tell tales out of school, but they were like, he got loose into 3.
Yeah.
And I text John. I was like, man, it'd be good just run second here, because I was like, Josh is trying to do everything he can to win a race, right? And he's going to, I'm like, Josh will hopefully not bust his ass here. And because of the last 3 weeks, right? And he texts me. I said, he'd be good to run second, man. Just, I don't know, man, just calming down a little bit. And he goes, I know. We could just launch ourselves into outer space any minute. Really this up. And I'm like, what?
Dale, you're not talking out of pocket. He tweeted this at your conversation out.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What did he, I wonder what he draw out there?
He said something.
Damn right.
He said, he scratched something out. Yeah. Well, to be fair, oh, that's him.
Yes.
He's blue. Sorry.
Yes. He's blue.
Well, it's fun while it lasted. Here we come. I said, we're catching you. Here we come. I'll take a second. That's when he got loose. I'll take a second today. And he goes, damn right.
You got worried.
We can still launch it into outer space or figure out some other way of looking like clowns. So let's just
close this
one out.
Yeah. That's what texting him is like.
Yeah.
During the race, especially. He's
I have a similar text chain with him. I saw him in Richmond. I was like, man, you could have a good race again. And Josh that was the start of the bad ones. The next week when Josh wrecked, I get a text right during the race says copy paste. It's like it was 3 weeks of the same text.
Yeah.
He said, I responded, it's annoying, happens a lot with him. He said, we're the fastest car on the track. It's taken a while for TV to notice.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that happens a lot. It's annoying.
Happens a lot,
I'm biased.
Yeah, it does happen a lot.
Yeah. When your favorite driver, you're in the race car, but when you're watching the race and you've got guys that you're kind of pulling for, and you'll be like, damn, he's fast. They're not mentioning it yet.
Yeah. And you see the lap time.
Yeah, you're looking at the lap time. You're like, why aren't they talking about that? He's calling ass,
I know. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like I watch an Xfinity race or a truck race.
I'll be honest, when you're in the booth, it's hard to watch lap times. It's good. Like you've done it.
Yeah.
Like if you can look at a lap time and go, oh, the guy that's 10th is the fastest car on the track and nobody said anything, I'll say that because I'll look smart.
Yeah.
The guy in 10th just ran the fastest lap on the track.
Yeah.
But, you kind of keeping yourself in the habit of doing that. It's kind of tough to do. And there's a lot going on. The NASCAR playoffs are here, and so is your chance to bring the intensity home. Celebrate every pass, pit stop, and photo finish with a collectible car from Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR. Built for fans who live for the chase, Lionel Racing Diecast is the ultimate trophy. Each car is precision crafted, featuring authentic paint schemes and hand-applied decals. Plus, each 1/24th scale diecast is part of a limited edition run, making every piece a must-have for true collectors. Whether you're riding with Team Larson, backing Team Hamlin, or cheering for an underdog to take it all, Lionel Racing has the diecast that reps your favorite playoff driver. Follow along with us throughout the playoffs to see which drivers advance and which ones don't. We'll feature these diecasts on the set here at the Dale Jr. Download. Now through the end of September, get free U.S. shipping when you purchase the Cup Series diecast of a NASCAR playoff driver. Just go to LionelRacing.com and use promo code PLAYOFFS. That's promo code PLAYOFFS at LionelRacing.com. we've had you in here far too long, comparable to most winter interviews. But I got to ask you one more thing.
I got nothing, nowhere to be.
Well, I got to ask you one more thing before you get done. So you're in the middle of marriage, and you're going to be a dad.
Yeah.
What are the cool parts of that experience right now? Like, what is the thing that's happening where you're like, this is badass?
Going to an ultrasound is pretty cool. We probably go to get an ultrasound once a month just to see in person the growth, and like
for sure.
Seeing that every month, you're like, oh my God. I mean, and we're right at like 2 months out right now, so he's pretty big. We have this app. He's the size of a piglet.
What
right
about
now.
the kicking and carrying on? Know that yet?
Yeah, kicking is you're starting to see him. You can feel him.
Isn't that
pretty
the
good.
craziest thing?
Haven't been able to see him yet.
Yeah.
Like kick through her belly.
Yeah.
But
you can feel it?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Isn't that the craziest thing?
It's wild.
Oh.
It's wild.
Wait till you see the arm or something just go.
Oh.
Like, ooh.
Yeah. So the ultrasound stuff's cool, like seeing him. Like just getting his room all situated. Like, man, this is where he's going to grow up for a long time. That part's super cool. And just seeing like Gianna just go through it and like struggled really hard in the beginning, like being super sick for a long time.
Yeah.
And then like, and hated it, right? Like, this sucks. Like, I literally am sick all day, every day for months. And now the last couple months she's gotten over that. And it's gotten to a point where she's really enjoying it now. Like, I'm enjoying getting bigger and my kid is growing inside me and I'm not sick anymore. So it's, I don't know. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Seeing him grow.
He's got a lot of fun times ahead that he doesn't know. We could explain it to you. You're not gonna know what it's like till you go through it.
Yeah. It'll be fun because we'll have a little bit of kind of after the season's over.
Yeah. Perfect
downtime.
Timing.
Then a kid will come and then we have like
it's
a month after that to be fully at home before we get going.
That 2 months away, that's pretty close to championship.
No, it's December. It's December. We got a month buffer. Yeah, it's just over 2 months.
Okay.
Like early December is her due date.
Okay, perfect.
So we timed that out.
Yeah, really good job.
Perfect. No.
Oh,
Just got lucky on that deal.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty awesome. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch that process play out, and man, fun stuff. And it just gets I know it sounds cliche, but like all of the experiencing all this stuff for the first time, so much fun, and it just gets better and better and better and better the older they get.
Yeah,
they just get more and more fun.
You drive home to that hospital, you're going to be nervous and
oh man, that was awesome. You know what? You're a professional race car driver, and so
you're going to be doing 45.
No. When you're in the hospital for a couple nights. And you finally get checked out, and you're like, "Damn, they're gonna let us leave with this."
Yeah.
Can't believe they're letting us take it. And you get in the car, and something will flip in your mind and be like, "This is what I was born to do. This very specific drive, right here is
I was
like
raised
the most
to do this.
I was raised. I got it. I'm the man for this drive. Like and oh man, it's awesome.
Be an interesting business to start. Professional drivers can chauffeur your newborn.
There you go.
People
from the hospital.
Yeah.
Dad's tired. Mom's obviously tired.
That is a great idea.
Hey, no worries. We got you.
Yeah.
Wait till you're home alone for the first time.
That's what my buddies, I've had a lot of buddies who have kids like within a year.
Yeah.
Like it's just that time of our lives. And they're like, it's super weird when you get home for the first time because you're in the hospital for a couple days, 2-3 days. And they're like, okay, here you go. Good luck.
Yep. Home life's not the same.
And then you just walk in the door and you're like, oh,
yes.
Like we have this human being that we're responsible
Yeah.
to take care of. And we've never done this before.
Yeah.
They said that's a weird feeling of like the first week of just trying to understand how to operate is pretty fun time to go through.
Yeah.
Have you changed a diaper before, Ryan?
I have never changed the diaper.
Have you practiced?
No.
Yeah.
The hospital we're doing it at, they have classes. So they have some daddy classes I'm going to sit in on. That's just the dads. I don't know what we talk about in there. It's probably just the only rule is like, don't be a like, that's like the only rule. But then they have like, diaper classes or like swaddling classes and stuff like that. So
are you a phone, get your phone out, record moments kind of person? Not really.
No.
So I'm not either. I don't always like, damn it, I should have had my phone out.
I get in trouble. John's like, you didn't video it or you didn't take a picture?
Me too. Me too. Same thing. Amy's like, you didn't you didn't record that? I'll take them to dance or something.
Yeah.
And I'll just after the baby is born, there'll be a moment right after the baby is born where they take the baby and weigh it on this little table.
Yeah.
And there's it's like 2 minutes while they got the baby there and the nurse is doing something, getting the baby kind of cleaned up or whatever. That's the moment. You got to get the phone out, and that's also your moment.
Okay.
Like with the child for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Have the phone ready.
That'll be the only moment really in the next several days where it'll be just you and the child.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Okay.
from that moment on, it goes back to mom, and it's with mom a lot.
Right.
Right. And Amy even told me, she's like, all right, man, when they put her on the table, that's your little moment.
Okay.
All right.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
There's a lot going to be going on.
Yes.
Right. So I could see it definitely getting very
That is
busy.
a fun few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you're like, holy cow, you get it really. It's like you and they're seeing you for the first time, or and you're seeing them. It's pretty neat.
It'd be chaotic.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
That's a game time decision. What position am I going to line up in? That's a game time decision for me.
Are you going to be under center? You can be.
Oh my God.
Oof.
Well,
we'll find out.
You'll make the choice in the moment.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
That's why I told Gianna. She keeps asking me, like, where are you going to be? I said, I really don't know. I said, I have my thought in my mind where I'm going to be, but it could change.
I think I asked you that question on the track walk at Chicago for street course.
Yeah.
Which was probably inopportune time. But so I'm glad you're still indecisive.
Indecisive.
You'll make the choice when you're there. I didn't know, I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
But man, it's hard not to sit here and just try to tell him every piece
I
of
know,
advice.
man. I'm sitting here thinking about I went through it kind of before you, then you started going through
You're
it.
going to be like this too one day when you're a dad and somebody is having a kid. You're going to be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Watch this. Do that.
Yeah. My buddies who have boys, they're like, you're going to get sprayed a lot while you're changing diaper. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I never thought of that. Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
You got to be aware of that.
Oh
well, you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
you got to keep your mouth closed, I guess, when you're changing a diaper.
They will throw up on you a lot too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going to.
Dude.
It's going to get to be a normal.
Taylor Nicole, my little sister. I was in the condos at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is like 1987 or 94 or something, like way back. And then it was me, Teresa, and Taylor, and it was in the morning, like a Saturday morning on a race weekend at Charlotte. And I was playing with Taylor, and I didn't know nothing about how you're not supposed to, like, I guess I was shaking her or something or moving, we were playing. But I was on my back on the couch, and I was holding her above me like doing an airplane. She threw up all over me, all over my face.
That happened to me with Madeline.
Oh, my God. It happened, and I was like, I cannot.
It's bad.
I can't believe it.
I ate sweet potatoes. Yeah.
Oh, gross.
It was real bad. I was holding her above my head. Next, I'm like, bye. I'm like,
gross.
Okay, it's bad.
At the end of the day, I always try to tell myself, like, all right, you get on, you get pissed on, you get thrown up on.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
your, right? It's not like a random, it's not like me throwing up on you. Like, that is your
you don't care.
blood and flesh. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's your kid, man. I mean,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's hilarious. All right. We could have a whole show just on.
Maybe we should have a dad show.
Yeah, we'll wait for.
That'd be cool.
Get him a month in. Get him a month in.
Yeah, after early January or something.
Do an hour on being a dad, being a new dad.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Ryan Blaney, thanks for coming in today, man. It's been awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, bud.
Yo, TJ, I see you've been walking around with a new phone. Where'd you get that new phone?
Yeah, man, I love this phone. I recently joined the Consumer Cellular family, and they hooked me up, man. I got a great new phone, and the service is awesome.
That's great, but like, how's it at Iowa or Richmond, some of these other tracks? Because it's great when you're at home, but like when I'm on the road, my phone is crap.
I travel a lot with the RFK 6 team, and I have had nothing but success with this phone. It has bailed me out numerous times now. I was able to flip the hotspot on and use some internet on it, text, calls, everything, man. I could not be happier with this phone.
All right, but how do I go about getting this? Because I don't have time. I'm not trying to go stand in line at a store, grab a number, wait 30 minutes. Like, I just don't have time for that.
That's the easiest part, man. Just call their 100% U.S.-based customer service representatives, and in about 20 minutes, you'll be good to go. I chose the 2 for $60 plan. It's not a prepaid option. They helped me decide which one was best for me, and I know exactly what I'm paying each month. Everything is easy to understand with no long-term contract. Switch to Consumer Cellular now and get $25 off with the code DJD25. That's DJD25 for $25 off when you switch to Consumer Cellular. Go to consumercellular.com/DJD and use promo code DJD25.
Xfinity Wi-Fi in racing and in life, speed isn't optional. It's expected. So hopefully you enjoy your Xfinity Wi-Fi. As an Xfinity Series team owner, I rely on things that perform under pressure, and that's why I like Xfinity Wi-Fi. Fast, dependable internet and one price locked in for 5 years, no contracts. So that's interesting. Fast and dependable internet. Absolutely. I've got it. I've used it. One price locked in for 5 years. Don't get that confused with the contract part. So they're telling you that it's one price for 5 years. The price won't change. But also there's no contract. So kind of like Filter Time. If you want to cancel your subscription anytime, you can. You can, no contract, no slowdowns. They're not going to slow down your internet. No nonsense. Sounds pretty good to me. And I'm not when I say this. I'm a customer. Listen, they don't know me from Jack. They don't. They're not giving me special treatment. But one day out of the blue, I've been a customer for a couple years. They just send me an email and said, hey, guess what? Your speeds are going to double. All right, we're just letting you know. I guess some people might, if they hadn't told them, their speed would double, and they might call them and go, hey, my speed's double. What's going on? But, so they send you an email. So you don't call them about the speed doubling. And so they doubled my speed and didn't charge me anything. And they didn't do that because of, our relationship here. They just do that. It's so weird.
It's cool.
Not many companies out there like giving you more for free.
It's good customer service right there.
And I guess, they're like, hey, man, we're going to boost the speeds on this block. You don't even charge them. That's pretty neat. So we have some questions. I'm sure everybody tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to the questions.
Yeah, this first question is coming from Blake. What's the angriest a teammate has ever made you over the years?
Man. TJ probably remembers better than I do.
I feel like TJ knows. TJ, you laughed like you knew.
Well, I think what we talked about on the show, one instance, I think that's probably the maddest.
I wasn't angry. When I wrecked Michael at Charlotte?
The teams were getting ready to fight.
The teams were mad. So we were talking about wrecking teammates with Blaney, and I'm sitting here talking about how foolish it was for Ty to run the guy hard and da-da-da, and then I forgot that I'd wrecked my teammate at Charlotte. But
so who is the teammate that you feel like you got the maddest at? I know who I think it is.
I honestly wasn't that mad at Michael that night.
Yeah.
Things have been boiling, and I was mad. I was mad. I'll be honest. I said it during the Blaney interview. I was mad that I wasn't smart enough to stay with Tony Sr. and Tony Jr., and that I really thought splitting up with them after 2004 was the right thing to do. And so I was really mad at myself. And I wanted for some reason, I thought wrecking that car. I don't know.
Fix it.
Yeah. I can't make any sense of it. It was dumb. But right. I mean, I didn't run into Michael going, I'm wrecking you.
Yeah. So who is the maddest teammate that you got? Who was your teammate that you got the maddest at, you think?
I had a real problem with if I ran the high side in a corner, if I run the top in a corner, right, and I'm coming off of the top down the straightaway and I've got big momentum, I have a problem if you pull up in front of me. I don't care who you are. I wrecked Ryan Newman twice at Atlanta 2 years in a row because of that. I'm hauling ass, and he knew it, and he pulled up in front of me. And he's like, you're going to lift. And I'm like, I'm not lifting. And so that was kind of what happened with Michael down the front straightaway at Charlotte. I was running the top, which he knows all well about how the top works. He runs it himself. And I'm coming off the top of all this momentum, and I'm like, and he kind of pulled in front of me. We were side by side with some cars. I was trying to push him through a little bit, but ended up wrecking me and a bunch of other people and him. It was dumb. I regret it. But I can't remember being super, super mad at another teammate. Now, I'm trying to think. I never really had a problem with Park or Steve or Michael, Truex. Never really had a problem with Jimmy or Jeff.
I feel like we had a couple run-ins with Jeff, but
we
most
had
of it.
some No, the only thing that ever happened with me and Jeff was he always complained about the way I raced.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he had a problem with you.
Yeah. And it's like, when we go to Daytona, he did that even when I was in the Bud car. We go to Daytona, Talladega. If I push bump draft him in the corner, tell that 8 to quit bump drafting in the corner. There's a video on YouTube of him complaining about the way I'm racing him at Talladega or Daytona or somewhere. But
that's really what I remember the most. It's just times like that.
Yeah. But I didn't even know all that was going on. And, man, I wish I knew that was going on because I'd have been even more of a pain in the ass. But I remember one Charlotte race, I didn't have a really good car and I would get tight. But on restarts, I hauled ass. And I'm in the Bud car. And I jumped to the third groove and would pass like 6 or 8 cars and get back in line and run. And then I'd get tight after about 5 laps and several of them would start going back by me. And it was grinding Jeff's gears that day. I remember him complaining about it. But I'm still trying to think of a time when I was real mad at a teammate. I'm sure there is one.
I can't think of any.
You'll leave the show today and then think of a few.
Yeah.
Well, if you think of one and want to follow up next week too.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I can't remember ever going into a comp meeting like, I don't want to see this guy today.
Right. Yeah.
I always tried to be a good teammate. I probably missed the mark a few times, but I always tried to be a good teammate and be easy to work with, be helpful, have a good attitude, I was always in the Hendrick stuff for sure in the Hendrick years. I was always the class clown in the room. The one that's going to say something, trying to make everybody laugh. That was kind of what my role was, but in the comp meetings and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be the same if I were a driver. This next question actually is from your wife, Amy, and she just texted me and Travis saying, if you guys have a break, please tell Dale they need your truck key. So there's something in your car that they need.
Big news. Huge news. I'm getting a new truck.
So can we get your truck key? Our question is, can we get your truck key?
No. I'm getting a new truck.
That's awesome.
I am so excited. So the truck that I've got.
But before, can we get your truck key before you talk?
They have it. I've texted them. The truck, they've all been texting me. The key is.
Uh-oh.
The key, she's texting me right now. I drove the truck here. It's in my freaking pocket.
What do you mean they have it?
Oh, man. I'm sorry. That's so funny that played out on live YouTube.
You've been very adamant it was in the center
I've been
console.
texting him for 10 minutes. The key's in the console. I drove the truck here. I always leave. Yeah. And so, but no, it's in my pocket.
Oh, my gosh.
So I have, listen, I'm very excited, y'all. I'm serious. So I bought this truck in 21. I'll be honest. I drove race cars for 20 years. Through that relationship with Chevrolet, they were always supplying me with a vehicle, right? And so, which was awesome, and I loved it. But around 2021, I decided I want to buy my truck. I want to buy it, and I'm driving it. And so I've had this truck since 21, 32,000 miles on it, and needs a set of tires. But I'm going to trade it in on a new truck. And the trade-in value on this 21 with 30,000 miles is like $40,000.
Wow.
Yes. Like the trade-in value is really good.
Holy
How many miles?
Moly.
32,000.
That's it? That's pretty low.
Yeah.
I think. That's really good.
Yeah. It's honestly the most miles I've put on a vehicle. I don't drive a ton, outside of just back and forth to Junior Motorsports. I'm not like,
Yeah.
But so I haven't really mileaged out or put a ton of miles on a vehicle. This is the most I've probably put on a vehicle in a long time. But I am so excited. I got a new truck coming. And yeah, the trade-in value versus the retail of the new truck, it's not a huge difference. So getting a brand new, same truck, Trail Boss Chevrolet black. And I'm going to decal it. A lot of people may know that the truck I have now has a very elaborate decal wrap on it.
Yeah.
This one will be more subtle. But fun.
What's one thing that you had to have with your new truck?
Honestly, I didn't really change much except for the exterior color. My old truck was white, and this truck will be black. It's got the same package on it, got the same everything. But, obviously the dash and everything will be new, modern.
I wish I had seats that cooled.
Oh, yeah. I'll be honest. I'm the kind of person that rides in those vehicles all the time, and I rarely ever even think to use those. It'll be freaking 30 degrees outside, and it never crosses my mind to turn on the heated seat, even though it's there.
It's nice. And the wheel, too.
I'll be driving down the road, and I'm like, seat's getting warm. And Amy will have turned it on. And I'll go, oh, did you do that? She goes, yeah. I'm like,
Thought I was getting ill.
I have zero awareness, or I'm just old school,
Dale wants to roll his window down manually.
Yeah.
I like pretty simple stuff. I don't need the options. I don't need all the extras because I don't even think to use them. I jump in the truck, I plug my phone in, I start the music immediately, and I'm off.
Like you could add a wireless charger in there, put your phone, boom, charges it.
So I got a case, and it won't charge through the case.
Oh,
yeah. Because I like to have my phone protected.
You can
good for you.
Yeah. You ever see these people walking around without cases on their phone?
Oh man,
how do they do that?
Evan upstairs.
Stop it.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
No kidding.
Yeah, but then he just got a case because he kept dropping it.
I bet he cracked his. Got the case post crack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You never get a case pre crack if you're no case.
Isn't it annoying when you see somebody with a screen that's just all tore up and you're just like, why don't you just get it fixed? And they just keep going with it.
Oh
man,
that's kind of my phone right now. It's got a big crack down the front of it. It doesn't really bother me.
One crack on the phone is okay, but you'll see some that's destroyed. Looks like it's
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, those don't make sense. Where it's just completely shattered.
Yeah. His is fine. You can't even notice it.
All right.
Yeah. Pamela says she loves heated seats.
Is everybody getting the new iPhone? I'm gonna skip.
Wow, they're making an orange one. They're making an orange one, and you're gonna skip it.
Damn it.
I'm getting an orange one.
I'm not getting it.
I
like orange, but I'm not liking it that much.
It's amazing.
I don't know. It's just what's it got that I need?
New camera?
Dale doesn't even use his heated seats. He's gonna get a new phone and not use anything.
Yeah.
It's probably got
I'm the kind of person that just last week I went through and deleted half the apps on my phone. And I'm like, I'm not using these.
It's probably got a heated keyboard, something like that.
Keyboard?
I downloaded the.
That's funny.
You'll download the Chick-fil-A app because you're gonna. I need it to order this. I'm going to pick it up. I'll order it, and then then it's on your phone for 3 months, and you're you look at it and you're like, I'm not using that. I'll just delete it. And then as soon as you delete it, you'll. You know what I need?
I don't delete it, but
I do. I cannot have apps sitting on my phone I'm not using.
Why not just throw it in a folder?
I don't want it on my phone if I'm not using it. I just don't like it.
I don't bothers you that much.
Clutter, clutter. It's like clutter in a house.
But you put it in a folder, and so
I don't like it. It's like clutter in a house. If I see, I'm telling you, I know that this is not a very popular point of view, and I'm sorry, but I'll walk around in the kids' playroom, and if there's a toy that looks like it's alienated from where it's supposed to be, and it's laying in the floor, not where it's supposed to be, and it looks frivolous, I'll be like, going in the trash.
So you don't keep any. What about games on your phone?
You throw it out.
Keep any old games?
Kind of.
On your phone?
Just keep
any old games?
Nope. Deleted games.
You don't have any?
Nope. I wanted to learn how to play craps, so I had two apps on my phone. They were trying to teach me how to play craps, and I messed with them for about a week, and then they've been sitting there for 2 or 3 months, and I just deleted them.
You should try Room 40.
Say again?
Never mind.
Honestly, I would love for all of us to go back to flip phones. Honestly, yeah, that would be nice.
You can get it. Remember the
push to talk
where you had to text.
Remember the 8 flip phone? There used to the Bud 8. There was a Bud 8 flip phone.
Yes, I do remember that. There's one. It was late. It's laying in here somewhere.
Where to get to the letter C, you had to press the button 3 times, like that.
I never did it. I never did any texting with that crap.
I'm seeing people are commenting what their most used apps are. Chess. That's an
Chess.
interesting one. Yeah, that Danny seems smart.
Yeah.
Danny.
I can play
probably the
chess.
most- You can play chess.
Yes, I won the last game I played.
Okay.
Who'd you play against?
Yeah.
The computer
My
on easy.
brother,
Yeah,
my
right.
brother-in-law, or
Okay, a human.
Kobe. Kobe's pretty smart.
I mean, I'm questioning that right now.
Well, we had a lot to drink, and it was 2:00 in the morning,
Drunk chess.
but I still won. He had no idea that I even knew how to play. We sat down, and he's like, "I'm gonna smoke this fool," and I'm like, "We'll see." And I dominated. I know chess. I know the moves. I know how to do it.
Interesting.
I'm not good at it, but I know what all the pieces do, and I know kind of the objective.
You know, since we're kind of on this topic, I saw a question a few weeks ago. Like, what's your go-to card game? Are you a big card player? Is it poker? Is it
Euchre. Oh,
No.
love it.
I don't play cards much.
really?
Only cards I'm playing these days is Go Fish, Old Maid,
Match.
stuff like that.
Matching ones. Memory.
Whatever the kids want to play, right?
Yeah.
Kids games.
Fair.
Yeah.
Man, I can sit down.
I
can
even-
play cards forever.
Dude, I have to sit down and Google how to play Go Fish.
What?
Kinda. Like, I don't remember the rules exactly.
Hey,
Who retains
You're
stuff like
talking
that?
about playing chess, and you don't know how to play
Do you
Go
have
Fish?
Do you have a
What?
two? No. Go
Yeah.
fish.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's it. That's
But
the
what's
end of it.
I mean, what is it? Three? How many? Four of a kind? Three of a kind?
No,
What do
you
gotta
just match
do?
them and
No,
you're
they're
done.
pairs.
Two
Yeah,
pairs. Oh,
it's
pairs.
just a-
See,
it's
I
a
didn't
pair.
know. Yeah, I don't remember. I got other to remember. So the rules of Go Fish have
Yeah.
to leave the building, right? When all this other stuff comes in over the last 50
Yeah,
years.
so the rook could only move
Yeah.
this way.
Listen,
but
I ain't got a terabyte up here. We're dealing with like just megabytes. We're an
Yeah.
old system, right? We're an old system.
Dial up
man.
internet
Yeah.
over there.
We're eight megs of RAM in this processor here, right? I'm not installed with the latest and greatest. So we're doing what we can.
It's not booming in your brain.
No, man. So when information comes in, new information comes in, old information has to go away.
Yeah. You gotta make space.
Recent,
Just like them
yeah.
apps.
I checked
Now-
I checked the recently deleted. Did not see the rules for Go Fish in there, so it's been long gone.
Yeah,
that's
you gotta
because it's
relearn.
like two sentences.
No.
Like,
All right.
2 words.
Let's try
Go
another
fish.
go
question.
fish.
Let's try
Yeah.
another question.
Bobby in the YouTube chat says his favorite game is 52 card pickup.
Ah, yes.
This next question's from Eric. A fan came by, I think it was last week. They saw you posted on your Instagram with your AC-Delco front bumper
Yeah.
that you never thought you'd see again. So what was it like to
Well, I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
So in 1998, I'd run a couple Xfinity races, one in 96 and a couple in 97. And in 1998, I'm going to go run my first season with the AC-Delco guys and Tony Sr. I know they got a great car, and I'm scared because here we go. We're going to find out whether we're going to actually get to be a race car driver for the rest of our lives. Because if I don't run good in this car, I probably won't get other opportunities beyond this. And what do? We go down to Daytona, and I broke the yoke off the rear. I broke the yoke off of the rear end gear on pit road, trying to get out of the pit box into the first pit stop. We qualified third. I didn't know you're supposed to haul ass off pit road for qualifying, so I'm trying to make a long story short.
That's the biggest thing.
Dude, I'm at Daytona for the very first time in my life, going out to qualify for the very first time in my life, and I put the car in gear, and I let the clutch out, and I get rolling. But I'm going through the gears, and I'm kind of going around turn 1 and 2, and Tony Sr. goes, "What in the hell are you doing? Go!" Like I'm just going
I
like
can hear him doing that.
3/4 throttle through the gears. I'm going to get the wide open down the back straightaway, but I didn't think it mattered. No one told me. Look, no, I didn't have a spotter
back then.
giving me
Well, back
information
then you don't know,
during the
yeah.
week, right? So I get in the car. They didn't say, "Hey, try your hardest to accelerate as much as you can because it matters."
It's qualifying. Don't try hard.
We had 2
but-
laps in my mind. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it'll get up to speed. So we start that. That's how we started. I qualified third, which I was happy with. They were mad because they're thinking, well, if we'd have qualified first, if we'd have got off pit road right.
You could have got the pole, and they probably still would have been mad at that
Yeah.
point.
We started the race, ran third forever. Caution comes out. We come down pit road for our first pit stop. I broke the yoke off the gear trying to get out of the pit stall because we had these really weird first gears with the plates. And so I'm on pit road getting lapped, changing the gear. We go back out. We're 30 laps down or something. And I'm out there racing with Dick Trickle and Buckshot Jones in the lead draft. They're running like 6th and 7th. And I'm like, I don't know to get out of the way, right? So I'm just kind of hanging in there with them. Well, Dick Trickle got beside me down the back straightaway, and Buckshot was going to push him through, but Buckshot hits me in the left rear quarter panel, or he hit me somehow. I don't know how that all started, but I think he might have hit Dick Trickle or whatever. But Buckshot Jones starts the crash. It's his fault. But we go flipping down the back straightaway, and I'm like, boy, this is the worst way to start this whole, career defining season. It would turn out okay, right? We go on to win 6 or 7 races in the championship, but starting out, it was pretty bad. Went to Rockingham, another bad weekend, and I'm sitting here going, I bet the Uries are thinking they regretted this decision to support me going into this car. But that guy brought this nose by, and I see parts and pieces from our cars from time to time, and I'm like, oh, cool. An AC-Delco nose, that's old. And I also think, man, it could be Steve Parks for all we know. I don't know. This guy thinks it's mine. Could be Steve's. Who knows? From 97. But he shows me the picture of the car, and it's obviously, you look at the damage and the marks and the grill and different pieces and parts, and it's the nose off of the car we flipped down the back straightaway at Daytona in 98.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's always something I'm curious as to how, like, that nose.
Where'd it go?
Well, it was still on the car, so we come, the car goes to the garage, and they cut the nose off in the garage before they load.
Maybe,
yeah. Or made it all the way back to the shop and got cut off at DEI. I don't know. But then where did it go, right?
Yeah. Pretty
interesting. There's another, like, it'd be cool if you could track the history of these pieces, right, and where they went. Somebody in 1984, Dad won at Darlington, and someone stole the pit sign out of the pit box while they were going to Victory Lane. And in 2017, I get a message that somebody has a pit sign of Dad's that they want to give to me.
Wow.
In Darlington. And I met a guy at the NASCAR sign-in, and he hands me this pit sign. He says, "Here, I want you to have it." And I'm like, golly, this is from 1984 all the way to 2017. This pit sign's been kind of hanging around in Timminsville and Darlington, and somebody's had it. It's shuffled, from hand to hand, but I've never seen a picture of it. You see everything on the internet if it exists, right? So this is kind of surprising because this bumper, I didn't even know this bumper was out there, right? What else is out there? I bet there's some pretty cool items.
I bet there is too.
Yeah. I'm starting to shift back. I'm saying this in case I actually do this, but I was sort of on the team of collect everything I can, like the side for this. I'll never give this side away from the from the Daytona 2001. So there's some pieces that I'll never give away. But I have a bunch of stuff that I've collected over the years, a lot of sheet metal, noses, hoods, all kinds of stuff. And even from other people, like I've got a Kenny Schrader Folgers side, a whole side of the 25 Monte Carlo from like 86 or 85.
That's cool.
And it's crashed from some wreck. But I got that from Sam Bass's family, I think. After Sam passed away, they were kind of going through things and giving things away. But I'm kind of getting to where I'm thinking, man, I might start getting rid of some of this stuff because I just keep it in this shop that's closed and doesn't see the light of day, and my girls aren't going to want to fool with it. They don't even know what it is. Even when they're 30, they're going to go, I don't know what to do with this. So I'm thinking I might start shedding some of that stuff. I might put it over in the gift shop. One piece at a time. See what happens.
Oh, that'd be neat, especially to go through that collection and see what you have. So.
Yeah, I just kind of need to offload some stuff. It's just
Some
laying
spring
around.
cleaning.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good place to wrap Ash Jr. I do want to say, J-Man in the YouTube chat, he said, we ain't dealing with terabytes up here. He's going to start stealing that phrase. So,
Yeah.
but thanks to Xfinity.
Yeah, appreciate Xfinity. Xfinity Wi-Fi, they do a great job of supporting us here at Dirty Mo Media. It's dependable internet, one price locked in for 5 years, no contracts, no slowdowns, and no nonsense. Xfinity, they're a proud premier partner of NASCAR. They've done a lot of great things in our sport. We're very thankful for them here at Junior Motorsports and at Dirty Mo Media. Man, I've had a fun time being live on YouTube, and I always hate when it ends. This is the best part of the show. Hey, everybody, you want the latest Dale Jr. download apparel? Visit shop.dirtymomedia.com. We're always adding new stuff all the time, especially like when we say something silly on this show. We'll put it on a t-shirt. Again, check it out at shop.dirtymomedia.com. It's time for Dirty Mo Dough. Tampa Timms has slipped on into the studio here.
Hey.
How's it going? And
What's up?
Russell has tuned in as well. How are you, Russell?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, doing pretty good. We had our parlays for the Loudon race. Logano, Larson, Briscoe. Guess none of those worked out.
Tim's definitely didn't hit.
Tim's, Priest, Bush, Briscoe. Holy
We told you about
TJ,
Kyle.
Priest, Larson, Briscoe. Gosh, guys. We don't know
We don't.
Please don't stop
don't.
listening.
The predictor was way off too, just so you know.
Whatever.
Please don't stop
Are you
listening to
kidding
the
me?
show.
The predictor
Even though we
couldn't
don't
go
know
any on Bell.
That's true.
We got to start getting this better, doing a better job. If we're giving out serious advice here, let's buckle down. Try to get it right for Kansas.
I really thought Kyle
Right.
Busch was going to hit.
They're playing around.
I really think you're a moron for that.
They're playing around. Well, I have some unique information that's going to help me today.
Okay.
It's going to help me today make a more informed opinion.
Okay, what do we got?
Can't wait to hear this.
I have the average finishes from Kansas.
Whoa, is a sheet? It's
right here in
color-coordinated.
front of me. Somebody on
Those
social
aren't gonna
media.
help you.
Somebody on social media
Oh boy.
accidentally sent this into the universe,
Okay.
and I'm taking advantage.
All right.
Okay?
Wow.
Let's see what you got.
All right.
Just
Listen, the favorites. Let's announce the favorites going into Vegas. Can anybody guess who might be the favorite going into Kansas? It's Kyle Larson
yeah.
at plus 370. Hamlin at plus 600. Byron and Blaney at plus 700. And Bell at plus 900. Interesting enough, Larson has the best average finish over since 2022. He has the best average finish. And then Bowman slips in there.
Sneaky.
He has the second best average finish. Then there's Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and Blaney as the favorites that Vegas have identified. Then you have Byron. Byron, though, is sitting at 8th overall behind Ross Chastain and Chase Elliott in average finish. I mean, looking at Byron at 16, 6, 3, 15, 23, 2, 24. So it's kind of hot and cold there. But let's see. Larson's the heavy favorite. He had the win there last year. He was probably going to win again. He got into the fence. Remember, had the flat tire. I mean, every time he's been to Vegas over the last couple of when he finished 26th in 2024, he was on his way to a productive top 5, top 3, maybe a win that day. So Larson, though, just doesn't look like the regular guy, right? He didn't look like Larson. Do they rebound this weekend? Does anybody even know? Can anybody even say with confidence that you can go in there and consider him the favorite?
It's getting harder.
It's getting tougher because he's been literally the favorite on the sheet every week. I mean, he's a favorite last week. No, he wasn't. He was second to Bell. Russell, you're supposed to be the one.
I'm giving him one more week.
You're giving him
I'm giving
one
him
more week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man,
So
if-
he dominated this race in May. 221 laps led. Just killed everybody.
This
He-
is
he
this,
was on the pole, won both stages,
Yeah.
was the fastest lap point.
This is the place where I think you're right, Russell, where this is where if he don't show up, we can all really assume that the struggle is real. And I know it's been a struggle since Indy. But we try to give him the benefit of the doubt because it's, we know he's great. We know it's a good team. We know they're a championship team. And you're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but goodness, they've got to do it this weekend. Do you feel like he's the best Chevrolet? I mean, the Chevrolet camp, kind of tough to pick the best one every single week. We've struggled.
Mm-hmm.
But I would feel confident giving Larson the benefit of the doubt again this weekend and thinking maybe he's the best Chevrolet.
Wasn't Chase pretty good there in the spring?
Well,
Listen,
look at your sheet.
Look, Chase.
Yeah, but you can't just go by the finish because there was other cars that were fast that didn't finish up there.
Yeah.
But
Chase has
Yeah,
been
he
super
was
consistent.
probably the second best guy there.
Chase has been super
May.
consistent. Look, I was wrong about Chase. I said Chase might struggle to get through this round. He's gonna be fine. Last week I said he might struggle. Looks like he's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea 2311 was gonna struggle as bad as they did it.
They're
New
screwed.
Hampshire, but they're in tough shape.
They've raced well at Kansas, though, dude.
They have.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to go win.
Yeah. Only one of them can win. So
Yeah.
one of them screwed after that.
I wouldn't say screwed, though. If you get
Not screwed, but it's
they
they're in
haven't
tough.
been
They're
as
racing.
dominant.
They're racing the 8 best drivers in the series now. You're not racing the field. You're racing these 8 guys that are in front of them trying to take these 8 spots into this next round are the best. So how are you gonna go if you're one of these 2311 guys? How are you gonna go in there and grab 20 freaking points over 8 of the best guys in the field in 2 weeks?
Yeah, and they've struggled there since they won back in 2023.
They've been actually really terrible on this sheet. Like,
Yeah. See why I printed this sheet out? I know. I mean, I know what I'm doing. It's a good sheet.
This is a great sheet.
Yeah.
let me look at the predictor here, Russell.
Yeah. So let's say, does everybody feel confident about Larson going down?
No.
I don't feel confident
I
about
don't
it, but
feel
it's so hard to
confident
bet against him in a place like this.
What Chevy do you feel good about?
So our last mile and a half track was the 600, and he won every stage, finished second because he just couldn't keep up late. But he's been good at these mile and a halves.
Because you got to be not keeping up late's really good.
Damn it.
Well, that's a different situation.
He has been good at the mile and a half, but
200 miles.
Kansas is a little bit different. Kansas is that running the fence, setting it up on the cushion a little bit. Kansas, to me, Kansas is a better track for Larson by far. It's a track that I think he's more in tune with that track. It's similar in a way where he's confident at Homestead, right? Because he loves running the fence. I think Kansas gives him that same opportunity where he can shine.
Yeah, but Byron was second there last year in this race, and then earlier this year he was running second when he had a flat tire. So he's right there with him.
I mean, how do you not look at Chase and say Chase has, been better there than him lately? I mean, that's what I kind of see.
You're just looking at numbers.
Oh yeah,
You gotta.
I'm looking at your cheat sheet.
This sheet is just to steer you steer your mind.
In the last 4 races, Byron, 15th, 23rd, 2nd, and 24th.
Did you not hear him? He's running second when he finished 24.
Yeah, there's more to the numbers.
Okay,
to the
well,
numbers, G.
you can say that about anybody. Yeah, you were running second. Guess what? You still didn't finish the deal. Still didn't finish it off. You got to finish it off.
Do you think Trace Briscoe is going to finish?
Trace? Who's
Do you
Trace?
think Chase Briscoe is going to finish 20th? Because that's where he's averaged.
No, I don't think Chase Briscoe.
TJ,
but
it's
that's
the
not-
numbers. Look at the numbers. That's
He's
what
in
it
a
says.
he's in a whole different car
No, that's what it
company right
says.
now.
He just ran 4th once. The rest are crappy. He's not
Yeah,
going to.
the first time in that car he ran 4th. He's going to
Chase
suck
Briscoe's going to be 20th.
here. You are.
I'm just following your logic.
No, that's not my logic.
Is it not? Am I not using similar logic?
I know that William Byron and Chase Elliott have been in the same cars at Kansas, and looking at William, I mean, Chase's average is better than Williams.
Yeah.
And I feel like Chase was in a really good spot to win last year or earlier this year, right? Yeah. So, and why are we not talking about Bowman? Bowman's got a better average than all these guys here.
We did. I mentioned Bowman at the top of the show.
Wow.
Because we think a playoff driver is probably going to be the one that wins.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
Do you think Bowman's going to race hard and pass one of his teammates?
I think if Bowman's fast and he's up front and they don't pass him, well, I mean, he's got a pretty good average finish right here. So, You tell me he can't do it? That's probably Bowman's best track, honestly.
He can do it, but he won't.
Is that Bowman's best track?
It is. You could say it's his best track.
There you
yes.
go. There you go, Denny boy.
Okay, but he's not going to beat his Hendrick teammates. All three of them?
How can you
no.
say that? He's got a better average finish than all of them except for Larson.
It's the numbers, guys. Just go by the
You
numbers.
just look at the numbers. So I'm talking about
Listen.
what's going to be on the track.
Larson's going to finish first. Bowman's going to run second.
Denny's
Hamlin's going to run third.
No, Denny's going to
I
finish
can tell
36th.
you, I'm going to tell you right here the entire running order for this weekend's race. It's right here, guys. I printed it.
Well, let's make our picks and see who's right.
Yeah. I'm taking Larson as my Chevy.
Wow, you're going out on a limb right there.
Yeah, I'm not taking risks.
You
We're
better pick Bowman, TJ.
Hey, we're going to give the people what they deserve.
I'll tell you what. I'll
Give
take
We're going to
Bowman.
give people what they deserve.
I'll
Good
take
information.
Bowman. I will take Alex. You
I'll
better
take-
take Denny.
I'll take Byron. I'll take the other one. Take Chase. All four of them.
Yeah, take Chase.
No, I think Byron.
Oh, is Chase the enemy? You don't like Chase?
I don't like any driver that's not named Denny Hamlin.
Oh, we can't tell from your Twitter. Let me tell you that.
Listen. All right. Enough.
Dale, who you taking?
I said I'm taking Larson.
Oh, that's right.
I'm assuming, Russell, you're going to go Byron?
Larson.
All right.
Oh.
Somebody on my train. Clickety-clack. Down the track. Me
Going
and-
by the numbers.
me
Dale.
and
Going by the
Russell.
numbers.
pouring in the coal. We're going to the victory lane, man. We're going to do this together, Russell. That is if we agree on the next two. So we have some, before we get to the Toyota and the Ford, let's go to some featured matchups. Mix it up a little bit. Chastain versus Reddick. I'm going to have to go with Reddick.
No.
Yeah.
No,
you're
you're-
going to take Reddick.
Look at the sheet. Look at the numbers. He's not. He's gonna finish 20th. Also with Briscoe.
You need to start falling. You need to start falling asleep to a Racing Facts channel.
I think he's
Like,
going to run in the top 10. I think he'll be. I bet he finishes 4 spots ahead of Chastain.
Ross is pretty good here.
I agree
bet
with
he-
Dale.
Yeah,
I bet he clears Ross by 4 positions.
Real? Okay.
Ooh,
That's-
bet.
Reddick.
This is a Chastain by the numbers.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm going with Russell, man. I'm
I go
taking
with
Like
Chastain.
how heavy is it, Russ?
Here's in the next gen, it's 5-2.
They are in a. I hear you, but they are in a must-win situation.
So is Ross.
Nah, he's not. He's not as
Not
much.
really. No.
Eh.
I think Ross isn't coming to a racetrack where he feels like he, as a driver, can truly make a difference. I think Reddick is going in here feeling like he's carrying the entire team on his back. This is a track where he runs the boards. This is where he's had success before. He feels like if he's got any shot to win on the schedule throughout the season, this is going to be in that short list of tracks.
Yeah, he's been good here.
He's got to go. He's got to
25th.
feel like he's going in there,
17th.
and he's got to carry the entire team on his back. They're going to give him the most aggressive car they can. They're going to have to go. They're going to have to go loaded.
I don't see it.
I think he does.
Do you know who won this race last year?
Not Reddick.
Let me see. It's on my sheet.
Yeah, let me
Who,
look at
Russ?
this cheat sheet right here.
Oh, last year, yeah, Chastain.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
was 13th, 19th, and 18th in between that win. I mean,
I'll tell
you're
you
not
this.
going to convince me that Chastain. None of us took Chastain as the best Chevrolet. So
No, but none of us would take Reddick as the best.
I know.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like Chastain hadn't even been mentioned in this conversation.
But,
I feel like Reddick's going to do it. 4 spots. I'll give you 4 spots.
Backs to the wall. I think Ross outperforms Tyler in these situations.
Damn it! I'm making note of this. So next week,
You're
I
the
hope
only
you
one
do.
on
Yeah.
Reddick.
I'm on Reddick.
Oh
Well,
my
yeah,
God. Well, that's
Oh.
a given.
That doesn't
You
count.
don't
That
count.
does not count.
That's not a real
but
opinion.
2311 at Kansas performs well. I think
This will
he's
be
gonna
a
show
Not
tough-
anymore.
this
They-
will be a tough
Not
one.
lately.
Not anymore.
Larson and Hamlin. That's a tough matchup, man.
I would go Hamlin based on the odds plus 110.
Not if he's got to pass to 54.
Yeah. I'm going to take Hamlin as well. I don't know. What do you think about it, Russell? I think Hamlin.
It's Larson by the numbers.
Dang. All right.
I think, but we need to also people listening need to focus on what Tim said. You wouldn't bet Larson. Though,
I wouldn't bet Larson at minus 150, but if you want value,
What happened to Denny this year at that race?
Did he wreck?
Well, he finished
happened.
36.
Yeah, pretty much finished last.
I
so.
think if he had even ran 10th in that race, he would have the best average.
He began having a clutch issue.
Yeah,
So,
I remember him pitting a lot.
Listen to his finishes, though.
Yeah.
He 36th, right, earlier this year, but before that, 4th, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 5th, 8th. So
He's good.
I know it's more about like how have they been running here lately, but coming into Loudon, they'd won
He won
the last 3 races. Joe Gibbs Racing looked more dominant than any other team. This ain't a flat, Phoenix, Loudon track where you're going to say that the Penske cars should have the edge. I think it's a chance for the Toyotas to get back at the front of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And Denny's the best Toyota. So I'm going to go with Denny.
And he needs to perform well here because
I'm going to take Denny.
Up next is the Roval.
I'm going to take Denny, and I'm going to have him in my parlay.
I'll take Larson.
So let's go ahead and I'll say, you're taking Larson. What are you guys going to take?
Denny.
Byron.
No.
Chevy.
Larson
What
versus
does that
Hamlin.
mean? Oh, sorry. Hamlin, of course.
I mean,
Okay.
He laughed at
Russell,
me.
Hamlin,
Sorry.
or Larson?
Larson.
All right. Let's go on and pick our top Toyota for the parlay. I'm taking Hamlin.
I'll take him Bell.
Do I need to say?
I'm on the Bell train too.
I'm leaning Bell.
Do I need to say?
All right, you and me. Russell, you've gotten off my train. Hope you enjoyed the ride there.
No more cold.
Hope you enjoyed the trip.
I hope you're enjoying the Denny train. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can do it. All right, Bubba Wallace versus Briscoe. I really like Briscoe here.
Briscoe's probably the pick, but I have Bubba just odds based. Again, it's minus 150 versus plus 110.
Yeah, you're taking the odds.
Taking the odds.
Trying
But
to make the money.
I feel more comfortable with Briscoe.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I'm taking Briscoe.
All right. Russell,
It's Briscoe this season.
Yeah.
4-1.
4-1. Chase Elliott versus Logano.
That's a good one.
Damn.
I like Chase in this.
I do too. I like Chase.
I like Logano.
Something about Logano.
I do.
It is. It's tough.
It's the playoffs.
It's the best one on the board.
I'm not going to be a fool again.
I trust him and Paul Wolf more.
Listen, I like Chase. I think like these freaking 2 dudes are going to finish 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
It depends on who's going to be in front of the other.
I think straight up speed, Chase is going to be faster, but it just matters if there's a pit call to be made that Paul can swap some track position somewhere. That's where they're going to make their ground up, in my
Big
opinion.
ball Paul.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, looking at Logano's last finishes here, they haven't been amazing. 17, 17, 6, 5, 34, 14, 9. Chase's are much more consistent. But again, he's had some struggles as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
Yeah, the 22's worried about this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Chase. I'm going with Chase Elliott. Not going to take Logano.
All right, so who is our forward?
Let's go. Did everybody going Chase or Logano here?
I'm going Chase.
I'm going Chase.
Logano.
Okay. All right. So we've got our parlays. I'll tell you mine. Larson, Hamlin, Chase. No, that doesn't work.
We need to pick our forwards.
Yeah. That's what I thought we just did. All right. So let's do that. Let's pick our forwards. I think it's pretty straightforward for me. I like Blaney, but having the win in his pocket,
Yep.
does that change anything? I don't really think so.
I don't see Blaney drive differently.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I think it only matters if him and Logano are 1-2.
Yeah.
Then he obviously is going to help Logano. But if he's 3rd and Logano's 9th, then that ain't going to do anything.
I'm going Blaney. So Larson, Hamlin, Blaney is my parlay. TJ, you've got Bowman, Bell, and who?
Boy, I think it's going to be between Priest and Brad. I think Priest is going to run good, but
He can't help it.
I feel like we're going to be really.
This man can't pick a different forward outside of RFK.
Why-
God.
I really think we can be fast this
When's
weekend.
the last time an RFK finished?
Yeah, we could be talking IndyCar, and he's going to pick Priest. Priest is going to come out
Russell,
on top.
was the 6 not fast in the spring before the tire issue?
I like Priest to finish top 10 this week.
Take
but
Brad, TJ.
When's the last time RFK was a top forward?
Take Brad.
What's that got to do with anything?
Take
Well,
Brad.
because we're picking top forward finish.
TJ.
I'll take Brad.
Take
Yeah,
Brad.
I got no problem with taking 6 here.
All right, Tim's.
I got Logano.
This is Blaney.
Russell's got Blaney.
Blaney for me.
All right, there we go. Somehow, one of them parlays is going to work.
I mean, they're quite a bit different this week.
Yeah, they are.
So we got to have a better shot this week.
Yeah. Are there any top 10 long shots? I like a guy who run in the top 2 this past weekend, Josh Berry. I think he's got a shot at a top 10
because of his P6 the last race here.
6th place finish earlier this year.
He won Las Vegas this year?
Won Las Vegas. All very similar surface. Yeah,
I agree with Dale. I like that one.
Back on the train.
Bowman's probably going to have some decent top 10 odds based off his
I
win
love
odds.
Bowman, yeah.
And so I think that's a steal.
There's 2, right? We didn't want to pick too many and you're doing these singular. You're not putting them in a parlay as we were advised last week not to stack these. So if we got any more, Bowman, Barry, who else could slip in there and get one?
What about a John Hunter or Eric Jones?
Yeah.
Russell, what do you think about that?
I like John Hunter over Eric Jones, but like he was 10th.
Why
in
do
the
I
spring.
feel? Yeah. Why do I feel like though this has been a good track for Eric? Is it not?
It has.
Yeah.
But I think lately it's more of a Eric or a.
They
John
struggled
Hunter.
at Loudon, but this is totally different. And what's the last mile and a half that we ran?
Charlotte.
And were they very good there?
Yeah.
Although they found some speed here in the last couple months. Like
I thought.
Yeah. But yep.
T-Max got it
I
rolling.
I like Priest.
Ooh. You're gonna get TJ to change his parlay.
I'm not changing.
You keep
my
on
parlay.
talking.
He was
good.
7th there in the spring, and then if you look at the last, I think it's 5 mile and a halves. Like he's been top 10 in 4 of them.
Dude, all right, put Priest on that list.
Yeah. How about Corey Haim? I kind of like him.
Mm.
He's always like kind of around 8th to 15th at the end of these things, it seems like.
What about
Worth a
Noah?
shot.
Does this place suit Noah very well?
Don't laugh. Noah, he has banners in this building, boys. All
Noah
right.
was 10th at Charlotte the last mile and a half race.
I
Noah,
feel like Noah could.
He ran well last week.
Yeah.
He adapts
Yeah, he
well
did.
to these the high lane
Noah
tracks
drives
too.
a Ford and I don't Ford, so.
there you go.
Jesus.
Chevys only. Chevys all the way. I like all of this. Yeah, a little bet on Heim, Gregson, and Nemechek individually. A little sprinkle for a top 10. I like the Bowman Berry. I might even parlay those. I know you don't like
That's
that.
actually a good one.
I know you don't like it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah. God, I wish I could bet in racing. I don't like that. I can't do it.
Dale's going to sell Junior Motorsports just so he can bet.
I mean, I just want to put $1 on these bets that we're talking about just for fun, just so I can feel the ride the lightning. You know what I mean?
You want to be the race. You want to be really
I'll call
in it.
NASCAR, see if we can get an exemption.
That Dirty Moto segment was brought to you by FanDuel, the premier gaming destination in the United States. All right, it's time for you to send us pictures and videos of your ultimate racing collection. We love Lionel diecast, but it doesn't have to be just diecast. Whatever your collection has in it, send us photos, videos. Videos are probably going to do a little bit better in us determining the true ultimate racing collector. I'm challenging everyone to, bring it. Let's do it. Last month, our winner had an awesome basement, awesome collection. We'll be posting on Twitter and Facebook. Respond to those posts with your pics, with your videos. If you've submitted before, submit again. Do it again. We've picked people that have resubmitted before.
Yeah, I think the last winner resubmitted, didn't he?
You've always got a shot.
Yep.
You've always got a chance here.
Yep.
At Dirty Mo Media.
Bring it.
We're all about second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances, sixth chances.
Yep.
All right, it's time for the white flag as we get to the finish line. We're coming off of turn 4. How many NASCAR puns can we do here?
6, 7.
We have the white flag coming out. We're off of turn 4, coming to the finish line.
Don't run out of gas here.
And as soon as we cross the finish line and win the race, they'll be tearing us down.
Tech.
That's right. And the teardown itself was live on YouTube and on Twitter following the race. It's a great name for a show that happens after a race because there is a teardown for the winner. And I believe that's probably why they named the show the Teardown. If you haven't already heard the Teardown, go over to Dirty Mo Media's YouTube page and hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. Actions detrimental dropped on Monday. Denny had some actions detrimental to his relationship with Ty Gibbs.
That's accurate.
Yep. But he explains what happened and why it happened and what he hopes that happens going forward, right? I'm assuming. I didn't hear that part. I'm not sure if he actually did that, but I'm assuming
he did say he hopes
that he just take Ty fishing. Get him on a boat.
Yeah.
Take him out in the middle of the lake.
If you can't solve your problems fishing.
And just push him over.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Let's not
don't do that.
Advise that.
Take him out on the boat, but don't hand him a fishing rod because he could hit you with it if he don't like what you say.
Get you stuck.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, sitting on a boat with nowhere to go, he'd have to listen to your opinions. And eventually he'd have to agree before, he could get off.
We're not coming back until you agree.
He would start to understand that he'd have to agree before he's going to leave the boat.
Denny, what are those cement blocks for?
Door Bumper Clear also dropped on Monday. They were joined by Tyler Reddick. Now, I need to apologize publicly to Tyler Reddick because Tyler Reddick come walking out of the building the other day. I was out front signing some autographs for some fans that stopped by, and I screamed, "Enemy! Enemy!" And he looked at me and said, "What?" And I said, "You're the enemy. You drive a Toyota. Be gone. What are you doing here?" And then I saw Freddie, and then it made sense. He was on Door Bumper Clear as a guest. Now, I know he's won a championship here.
He's literally got trophies with his name on it in his building.
But in my initial reaction was,
"Jeez, what did he do to you?" Poor guy.
He drives for a different team. He doesn't drive for a Chevrolet.
But you don't have a Cup team.
You don't have
He's not a
team.
Chevrolet driver, and he doesn't drive. Look, I just had a knee-jerk reaction, and I'm apologizing.
You should.
Tyler, I'm sorry. You're always going to have banners hanging in this building, and you're always going to be a part of our story.
But you're not welcome in our building.
Yeah. Your
And
actions
I had a knee-jerk reaction.
Your actions were detrimental.
We're in the
to
middle
Tyler.
of the battle, boys.
You need to take him fishing.
Listen, It ain't December.
Fishing trip with Tyler coming up.
It ain't quite the holiday season. We're in the middle of the battle, trying to win a championship.
Yet he's getting in the way.
And we're racing against Gibbs drivers in that field.
Well, he's not a Gibbs driver.
Well, he knows them, talks to them, drives Toyotas.
You're getting
God.
He drives Toyotas, guys.
enemy.
Hey, same thing. Hey, I'm a Chevy guy. Barely let Ryan Blaney in the building since he drives a Ford. On Wednesday, Robin Pemberton joins me again. Everybody enjoyed the first time that he came through, about a month ago. And his insight and storytelling was just fantastic. So if you hadn't listened to the first interview, you might want to do that. But we're going to have a Robin back in, and I've got a sheet of all kinds of questions. We're going to talk the playoff format that was developed in 2004, the 4-car rule against owners being in the sport, the Car of Tomorrow development. We're going to kind of go into more of that around, the Indianapolis tire debacle, 2012 Daytona 500, Michigan 2012 tire scramble. Man, we just got a lot of things to dig into. And, should be a lot of fun. So that will be Wednesday. And also on Wednesday, we're going to have another episode of Herman Schrader dropping. Bless Your Heart with my wife, Amy, comes out on Thursday, another episode of that. And then on Friday, the Dirty 30, the recap of all the highlights from all of our shows. Everybody seems to really be enjoying that. So appreciate y'all for tuning in today. And thanks to Ryan Blaney for coming through.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow.